Shalom. Hey guys, I've made 2 videos. This is the 3rd attempt. The second one was pretty good, except that I was trying to avoid saying the name of the person I was talking about, and at the end I ended up saying the name, so okay, gonna try again. Happy Independence Day, belated, by the way. I wore some more patriotic colors yesterday. Today I'm going with my Puerto Rican side, tropical colors. If you go to Puerto Rico, you can find like clothes in the style like from the States, but bright. Everything's like bright colors. It's kind of neat. I like that. Bright colors aren't not necessarily acceptable at some of the music events that I go to though, so but anyways, celebrating the Puerto Rican side today, at least while I grocery shop. Well, so I did go to the cafe today with my Bible, and I opened up to Matthew chapter 6 through 8, and I came across the part about forgiving those who have wronged us. Pretty central piece of teaching in the Bible. But I tried to really reflect on that because I've been dealing with being hurt quite like intensely from people who I've considered to be really close. Yeah. A few people actually, and hurt in different ways. And it's mind-boggling, the reaction as being very, when I've shared the hurt and pain, the reaction being, I'm sorry you're offended, I'm sorry you feel this way, instead of, hey, I'm really sorry, and you've got me all wrong. Listen, I asked for forgiveness, and I knew that I hadn't done wrong to this person, expressing, and on the one hand, if there's anything wrong I've done, I want to make sure I got that cleared out, but I asked for forgiveness because that's how I was raised. Not to stay in abusiveness, but you ask for forgiveness because if you have hurt someone and you don't know it or you didn't try, you ask for forgiveness. And sorry, I think my light's about to go out. Yeah, so it's been rough that people who I've trusted or tried to trust have done that. So how do you find the balance between forgiving and having healthy boundaries? That's the thing. But we are to forgive. And in the same scriptures I was reading about how you're not to judge, or judge how you judge, you will be judged. And yeah, that's another thing that I think about. And before I couldn't say it clearly, but now I can. God has given me a greater understanding and boldness for things that are truly wrong, because before I used to try to rationalize, well, that's not really wrong, or maybe there's more to it than I see. But He's opened my eyes. This year, my eyes have been, it's been a season of revelation, because I'm seeing that people who, do godly things, profess to be godly, can be so far from Him. And I'm also seeing that there is a hardness in the hearts of many of God's people that isn't supposed to be there, but it's coming. It's coming in these days, in these last days leading up to the Lord's return. And it's hard to watch, it's hard to experience, because I'm literally seeing how those same people are turning people away from God. And that's why the Lord said, you are to love, and that your fruit will be the light, the witness, that people will know who you are, of Him, from Him. And it's just hard to watch. It's hard to experience. I'm experiencing it, how someone can say that they're not in the wrong, can be so hard-hearted. Again, when I myself have been like, hey, I just want you to know I'm sorry, when I know that I don't have anything, I haven't gone out of my way to hurt somebody, but when you're trying to heal, you let things out that are hurtful. You share those things, but there's nothing wrong with that when the person has clearly hurt you, for healing. I think it's important to not, like I was saying, we cannot be bitter. So that's the fine line. Forgive, but have boundaries, and love anyways. But it's hard, guys. It is hard. I want to thank those of you who also blessed me just even this last week. You have no idea. In PayPal, the timing was perfect. I had an unexpected bill, so thank you, thank you, thank you. I know everybody's going through stuff like this, really, in this season. Yeah. So just want to say thank you for that. And now that we've got some of the heavy stuff out of the way, I wanted to share a funny story, kind of a bit of a funny story, where I'm at. So where I moved to is still in the country, and I was aware of the, my situation, but while I was trying to sleep, there was a little mouse in the wall, scratching. And I knocked on the wall, and I was like, come on, little mouse, go to sleep. Eventually I didn't hear anything, but at some time in the night, I felt this tiny little body on me. And my blankets go up in the air, and I'm, doing some kind of interpretive dance with my covers. As a little mouse was airborne, I heard a thud and a scamper. Poor little mouse. But, yeah, I've never had a cat in the house, but that is something that now I'm considering due to the issues of, my situation. I love cats, but it's just not how I grew up, where cats were not an inside animal. They were an outside animal, but I love them. But plus, cats are always hunting and on the move, even though they're cute and little, they're so much happier outside. But maybe a cat that's indoor, outdoor, I don't know. We'll see. Got to do something. But I love you all. That's all I'm going to say for now. Shalom, shalom, and depending on when I post this, maybe Shabbat shalom. I thank you for your prayers and blessing me. Really, it's huge. And I pray for you all. I pray if you're hurting or in any kind of confusion, that the enemy would flee, and you would be blessed, and you would know how loved you are and how precious you are. Shalom, shalom. Thank you. Thank you for listening.